Next on News Channel 3 at 5. From hailstones, rain, even a funnel cloud, we're live with your first alert storm coverage. A man is behind bars accused of killing a homeless man in Santa Barbara. And we're learning new information about the death of a paraglider over the weekend. Hear what may have gone so wrong. News Channel 3 at 5 starts right now.
Live, up and down the coast, from the beaches to the valleys. At 5, this is KEYT News Channel 3, where the news comes first.
Our top story at 5, wild weather strikes up and down the coast. The skies open up, giving downtown a good drenching. And it looked like winter in Montecito. Check that out. Pebble-sized hail pelted cars and lawns. Our first alert weather team shows us what to expect next. Good evening, everybody. I'm CJ Ward.
And I'm Beth Farnsworth. Hail and a funnel cloud spotted in Santa Barbara County earlier today. We have team coverage of the severe weather up and down the coast.
News Channel 3 senior reporter John Palmentary is tracking the pop-up storms. But first, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Alan Rose in the First Alert Weather Center. Crazy day out there today.
Yeah, it really was, CJ and Beth. I want to start out with more of this amazing weather video that came to us from the top of Hot Springs Road in Montecito. The hailstones falling there around pea to nickel size, so not quite big enough to prompt a severe thunderstorm warning, but we've seen hail today from Montecito up the coast into Orcutt and Santa Maria, so certainly a wild day weather-wise. Let me show you the current conditions. Still some clouds out there, and you'll notice the thicker, darker clouds still hanging out across the mountains in Santa Barbara County. Downtown, though, we're seeing mostly cloudy skies, a little break in the rain, temperature at 63 degrees. I had the storm tracker radar in motion over the past hour. Pretty dry around Santa Barbara County, but some activity still going on in Ventura County this evening. I want to switch to the live storm tracker radar, show you real-time data right here. We can see dry along the 126, but a little bit of light rain moving the Camarillo area, or leaving the Camarillo area and heading east towards Thousand Oaks and Simi Valley. Here's some of that rain right now across the top of the pass. A few light showers out across the 154 tonight, and some more rain as you head northwest into San Luis Obispo County at Cambria. Seeing some good storm cells off this activity, moving from west to east at about 15 to 20 miles an hour. When I come back in a few minutes, we'll track the rain and tell you how much has fallen so far and let you know if more could still be on its way. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Alan. We have some breaking news right now. A crash between a car and a big rig truck has closed the northbound lanes of Highway 101. This has happened just north of the Gaviota Tunnel. The semi jackknifed and is blocking one lane. The CHP says slick roads definitely played a role in this crash. There are no serious injuries. That's the good news. The number 2 lane is open right now, but if you're heading in that direction or expecting someone who is, there will be delays. This storm kept everybody on their toes, not knowing when it would hit and when it would end. As we showed you at the top of the newscast, some areas even saw hail today. News Channel 3 senior reporter John Palmentary spent the day chasing the storm, and John, at times it was very intense.
Well, this certainly was a low-pressure system with a split personality. Even the sky shows it tonight. We've got blue skies over here and then dark clouds going up towards the mountains. And it was been that way most of the day today, where it's been a mix of sunshine and then a big burst. And a lot of people were caught off guard by the fact that they saw sunshine, and quickly many areas turned into some powerful rain. Storm drains were gushing in Isla Vista when a powerful rain cell came in off the ocean and pounded the UC Santa Barbara campus and nearby community. Streets were swamped briefly, and in some cases the water was over the curbs. In a town where thousands are on bikes, skateboards, and walking, getting around in this kind of weather and keeping dry was very challenging. In the foothills, San Marcos Road had several turnouts with brown, muddy water coming off the hillsides. Drivers were caught off guard with small boulders littered across the asphalt, and they could be just enough to pop a tire or cause someone to swerve. Fortunately, there were no major problems here. Nearby on Lower San Marcos Pass, this SUV ended up on its side when the driver lost control as a front wheel came off. The two inside had seatbelts on, and while it was a messy scene, they came out of it without any serious injuries. The same for this driver of a sedan that ended up on its roof off the shoulder, southbound Highway 101 by Milpa Street. It was raining very hard at the time of the accident, and if you look right here, one of the tires had very poor tread. a problem that often leads to an accident in wet weather. One thing this storm did show us is that even though we've been in the drought for 4 years, and for the most part we have not had much rain, we need to have our wet weather gear ready. But even above that, we need to have our cars prepared for wet weather with good wiper blades and good tires on the road, or you could be slipping and sliding. And we saw many vehicles doing that today when those downpours, especially with the hail, hit the ground very hard. We'll have more coming up 1 hour from now. Reporting live at Shoreline Park, where we have those split skies right over us tonight. I'm John Palmentary, News Channel 3.
All right. Thank you, John. Some good common sense tips. Pacific Coast Highway is back open tonight. A mud and debris slide during the heavy weekend rain shut down a stretch. This was near Point Magoo Rock between Las Posas and Deer Creek roads and blocked both lanes of PCH. Crews cleared the mud fairly quickly. A 9-mile stretch of the PCH below the Camarillo burn area just reopened after a 4-month-long closure because of storm-related mudslide.
A wintry mix of snow and ice is causing problems across the rest of the country tonight. The storm-ravaged Northeast received more snow today. In Massachusetts, the weight of all that snow collapsed roofs, including a stable where crews had to rescue horses trapped inside. In the Midwest, a thick layer of ice caused crash after crash.
You're just sliding. There's nothing you can do.
I spun out, and I'm there.
Boston received another 2 inches of snow. That's on top of the 8.5 feet of snow already measured this winter. Hundreds of flights were canceled today, and there's more to come with a blizzard warning issued in Minnesota right now. Forecasters say Boston and New York will get more snow later this week. News Channel 3 will continue to cover the storms locally, and don't forget to log on to our website at KEYT.com and see our interactive radar where you can track the weather right in your own neighborhood.